Ain't nothing but a gangster party. That is this video is the how Tupac destroyed former friends and enemies. Um, Once again, I'm gonna always shout out Music Vibe, shout out to Blackie Speaks, shout out to a lot of blogs out there that I react to. Definitely shout out to y'all. This is a crazy, crazy topic because I think in the interview Tupac actually said this out of his mouth that like he gonna destroy like Biggie and all that, but sadly, we never got to see the outcome of that whole feud between Tupac and everybody else. We never really. So rest in peace to Tupac, rest in peace to Biggie Smalls, Craig Mack, Black Rob, all of them. Without further ado, you're gonna get straight into this video.
They only here to cause confusion. We here to bring money and to bring change. They here to cause confusion. All these weak rappers, Nas, all these suckers, they battling off of East and West like this is a game. This ain't no game.
Everyone's always talking about Tupac's war with Biggie, but in reality he had a bunch of other beefs that many don't even know about, and that's exactly what we're gonna talk about. Let's
hold up. Before I get like, how can I say, deep into the video, what do y'all feel about like people saying Snoop Dogg be lying about everything when it comes to like Tupac? What do y'all feel about that? Like, do y'all feel like it's disrespectful in a way, like spreading some type of false narrative that they was so cool and they were so tight and they was like brothers and all this and all that, bro? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section.
Let's go. Cynthia Dolores Tucker, former national chair of the National Political Congress of Black Women, was one of the early adversaries of Tupac and rap music in general. This woman was one of the most hated people involved in the rap industry. She wanted to ban the so-called gangster rap.
Music that glorifies and promotes violence with guns, knives, or drugs, and denigrates and defames women. And with the release of Snoop Doggy Dogg's debut album, Doggy Style.
Of course, Tupac could not remain silent and spoke about her in his songs.
Yo. I don't know why that made me laugh so much. It's the way she said it. Snoop Doggy Dog. Yo.
Keep stressing me. Really fucking with a motherfucking mind.
After these songs, Tucker filed a lawsuit against Tupac. She argued that Shakur portrayed her as a traitor when he knew that she was not. Because Shakur's 5 million fans consider Shakur a god, Tucker also argued they would take Shakur's lyrics to be facts, not opinion. She also argued that the lyrics invited Shakur's fans to eliminate her. The court described the reference to Tucker as an opinion,
it is an opinion
that
though.
Tucker was out to hurt rather than to help her fellow African Americans. Dan Quayle, 44th Vice President of the United States under the Bush administration from 89 to 93, was, just like C. Dolores Tucker, not a big fan of rap music. On September 23, 1992, he ordered Interscope Records to withdraw Tupacalypse Now from stores, claiming the record was responsible for the death of a Texas state trooper, who was shot to death in April that year by a suspect who allegedly was listening to the album on the tape deck of a stolen truck. When he was stopped by the officer, Dan's colleagues supported him in this.
Idolize these guys.
Bro, it's like saying that situation happened in, I know this is not long ago, I'm just giving an example, but let's say if it was today, that's like saying, oh, you in a situation like that and you listen to Adele and you're like, oh, let's cancel Adele. That shit was stupid.
Heroes. And they were telling him, hey, look, you've come from a bad background. You've had these white cops messing with you all these years. You know, these guys are telling him, his heroes, Ronald, fight back.
Bang, boom, it's a stick up. Vice President Dan Quayle, eat a dick up.
I'm going to the studio to make Bob Dole mad. I'm finna go make Bob, I'm finna make you real mad right now. You with Dolores Tucker. I'm finna make a hit for y'all right now called We Love Snoop.
Initially, they were friends and made music together.
Yo. I remember this song. This movie is a classic. This movie is a classic. Definitely rest in peace to Bernie Mac. Rest in peace to Bernie Mac. AKA Birdie.
Everything changed when Pac got shot. After that, Pac was convinced he got set up, and that maybe Stretch was involved in some way. While incarcerated, Tupac learned Stretch was associating himself more and more with the people that he believed were behind the attack.
Like
the
Haitian
Notorious
Jack.
B.I.G., Puff Daddy, and especially Haitian Jack and Jimmy Henchman. Later, Tupac ended up in jail, and according to his ex-girlfriend, Stretch was hitting on her.
He was like, basically like, what's up with you, what's up with me? And I was like, nothing.
And sometime later in '95, Stretch was killed. Pac never wanted that to happen. Breaking the friendship would have been more than enough. In an interview with hip hop magazine The Source, he talked about Stretch. Nah, know what happened? Rules of the game. What comes around goes around. I never had no violent thoughts towards Stretch at all. I just didn't want to fuck with him no more, but I didn't want to kill him. He was my dog. Once you my dog, you my dog. He got shot just like I got shot.
That's a totally different beef. That's some Queens street beef. They ain't had nothing to do with Tupac.
Did Tupac go to Stretch's funeral?
No, and that's when him and I had a problem.
Yo, can y'all comment down in the comment section what movie was Ed Lover and Dre in? I forgot that movie. It's a movie where they played a cop. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. I forgot what it's called though.
Motherfucking bitch in your eye, type of nigga let the evil of the money trap. And that nigga that was down for me, rest of dead. Switch sides, guess his new friends
One
one
of
of
them
them
dead. Jimmy Henchman. Then he had problems
And
with 50
now let's
Cent
go
too.
through the names that we talked about earlier, and we'll start with Jimmy Henchman. He is quite a well-known personality, not only in the music industry, but he is also notorious for his crimes. He is currently serving a life sentence for leading a major drug trade. Now let's go back to '94. After Tupac got shot, Biggie told Pac that, "I have nothing to do with this, and I warn you to be careful."
Wasn't Jimmy Henchman cool with what's his name? Supreme too? They both locked up now.
Who you're hanging out with. He must have been talking about Jimmy Henchman and Haitian Jack. Tupac quickly felt like the whole thing was a setup orchestrated by Rosemond.
Promise to pay back Jimmy Henchman in due time. I know you bitch niggas is listening.
The word is mine.
After many years of denial, in 2012, Henchman admitted he took part in robbing Tupac.
Word?
Tupac, who was in the Big Apple to prepare for his role as Birdie in Above the Rim, was impressed by his life.
Yo, if you didn't watch Above the Rim, after you watch this video, go watch Above the Rim. Above the Rim is like, it got some funny ass parts in it, bro. Especially with him right here. He played in what's that? Paid in Full. He played in that movie too.
Lifestyle and started hanging out with him. Despite several warnings from Biggie and Mike Tyson about the real nature of Agnant and Jimmy Henchman, Tupac kept hanging out with them. Then Jack introduced Tupac to a girl who later sued for rape. Agnant was also accused but got a separate trial and was eventually cleared, which doesn't seem fair.
Sorry to keep pausing, but I got questions. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, what y'all think about that whole rape case? Like, I think she was capping. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. I'm not gonna say just because of Tupac he didn't do it, but come on, bro. The way Tupac easily had females, bro, is like all females. He gonna choose the. Never mind.
Because of this, Tupac concluded that he was set up.
Trust nobody. Trust nobody.
After dog.
You know what I mean? Straight up. My closest friends did me in. My closest friends, my homies, people who I done took care of their whole family. I done took care of everything for them, looked out for them, put them in the game, everything turned on me. Fear is stronger than love. Remember that.
And by the way, Jack is the guy who set up Mike Tyson, who, like Tupac, was accused of rape. So maybe it's far from a coincidence.
Live tale about a snitch named Haitian Jack. Knew he was working for the feds.
In town, stopping it, making prerogative home. She too far going provocative.
Yo. Nah, that really just bust my head. I didn't even put that together like that in my head. Like, with the whole Mike Tyson situation and then the Tupac situation. Damn.
name is Sharon Stone.
This all started when a small-time New Jersey rapper Chino XL followed on from rumors started by Wendy Williams of Tupac being raped in jail.
Industry, I'm trying not to get fucked like Tupac in jail. You could hate.
Many agree that Chino just wanted fame and went the simple way by dissing a popular rapper. Even Ras Kass, who was a feature on the track, after hearing the line was not too thrilled.
I'm thinking when this song comes out, I'm already like, fuck, I'm fucked.
Yeah, y'all done got yourselves into something.
I was not happy about it. I'm like, bro, I don't like that line. I literally said that. You know what I mean?
In a radio
At least he was
interview,
honest about
Tupac addressed him, stating, "Off the air, I'm gonna beat this guy's ass."
Chino XL, fuck you too, all you motherfuckers.
Chino responded in some songs, including a several-minute-long freestyle on a New York radio.
Still have lipstick on your back if Suge didn't bail ya. Break your glass door, leaving you singing like Mahalia.
After Tupac's demise, Chino stated, "I got a chance to see him on Venice Beach one time right before he passed, and I let him know that if I would have known my lyrics would have upset him like that, I would have never said it. I mean, I was a fan of his like everybody else was."
That sounds weird. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. We gotta talk about this too, Mars fam. What y'all feel about Wendy Williams? Like, I kind of feel bad in a way because she going through it, but some people say they don't care because the way she talked about people and the way she covered the news and the way like people would tell her to stay away from certain topics, and she went and would just expose everybody's business just for the money. You know, let me know what y'all feel about Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams, a woman who has spread many rumors about different celebrities throughout her life, said that Tupac was raped in prison. This is how Tupac responded to her allegations.
I'm sitting in jail, niggas is begging on my door going, "Pop! Win! Win! Why you ain't say that? What's going on?" Talking about I got raped in jail.
Said I got raped in jail. Picture that. Revenge is a payback, bitch. Get your gat. Fuck Wendy Williams.
Didn't even. I'm sorry to keep pausing. This is why I love watching these type of videos. All this be like new information to me. Like, and I love the whole hip hop scene, so it's like I love just catching up on stuff like this. I never even knew that he dissed Wendy Williams all the way back then. I guess that's what probably made her relevant enough to have, like, you know, a show.
De La Soul was not a gangsta group, but ordinary guys who just bantered in tracks. Pac was already popular and they wanted to hype on him. You've all heard and watched Pac's clip, "I Get Around."
What you mean you don't know?
I'm something like a phenomenon. Well, I'm the hourglass cat, drug it out of jack for jail.
And as you may have already understood, the second clip was from De La Soul, where we see a parody of Shakur's, who didn't exactly get the joke. One of the members of the trio, whose name is Pasta News, told him that they didn't want to diss him, and said they were just clowns making fun of how some people take this shit too seriously. Pac said, "Okay, cool." However, it didn't end there. In the intro song of the album Stakes is High, they were referring to Tretch of Naughty by Nature.
Stick to your naughty by natures and your cane, cause graffiti that are based upon the wax is insane.
Tupac, being very close with Tretch, couldn't let this second strike go by unnoticed.
Looking like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick, trying to play a hate on my shit. You eat a fat dick.
Pasta News once met with Tupac's sister, who said that her brother actually loved De La Soul, but believed that the trio dissed him, so he had to retaliate. And another member of the group named Dave said that they loved Pac and never wanted to offend him.
Yo, on that project, Tupac ain't spared nobody. Nobody, bro.
And I'm creeping, but I damn near got caught because my people kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make.
At first, everything was okay between Dre and Pac, and they even released a video together for California Love.
You ain't got my money on my bud. I'm killing you and him.
To some extent, the arrival of Pac at Death Row influenced Dre's decision to leave the label. Pac needed everything all at once, and Dre was a notorious perfectionist. In an interview, Pac...
I'm gonna click off this video. I know I keep pausing. I'm gonna choke the shit out you if you click off this video. But what I gotta say with the whole Tupac situation, what I really feel is he didn't want to be signed to Death Row. Like, I like doing my research and how I feel like he didn't release music consistently because he wanted to. I feel like he just wanted to pay back Suge and get off the label, but he didn't just want to come out and then mid, working for him, like in the middle of working for him, just be like, nah, I don't want to be signed no more. Because then, I'm pretty sure he's a person that stands on loyalty and all that. He'll feel like he's being disloyal by doing that. So he just wanted to pay back the favor of, Suge getting him out of jail. That's it. That's how I feel about that.
Expressed his dissatisfaction about working with Dre.
He is a dope producer, but he ain't working years. And I got tired of that. I didn't think we needed that. I think we didn't need that. And he was owning the company too, and he's chilling. He owning the company. He's chilling without fucking dick, eating pussy. I'm out here in the street. You know what I mean?
Hey,
whooping niggas ass, starting wars and shit, putting it down, dropping albums, doing my shit. And this nigga's taking 3 years to do one song.
In Against All Odds, he said that Dre's a punk ass and didn't toss it up. He even dedicated a whole verse to him.
No longer Dre Day or even Dirt J. Grown and forgotten, rock for plotting shells.
Tupac also claimed that Dr. Dre cheated on his wife. Dr. Dre himself left no comment. After Tupac's death, Dre said that it was a pleasure to—
Didn't what's her name? Misha Lay, didn't she have something called Surviving Dr. Dre or something like that? So I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Work with him and continue to play California Love at concerts.
Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness.
And Tupac's part was sometimes read by other rappers. Check out how Eminem read the legend's part.
Fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing Hoochie screaming. Feeding for money and alcohol, the life of a West Side.
Creeping and crawling, Yiggy yes yo, and Snoop Doggy Dogg in the motherfucking house like every day.
Snoop Dogg was the main star of Death Row Records until Tupac came along. Pac became a younger brother to Suge Knight, which is why, as Suge says, Snoop got jealous.
Some artists knew it, but like Pac and Snoop at the end hated each other. And you could tell that by the simple fact that when Snoop did Dogfather, Pac was not on not one song. And Pac didn't like Dre.
Facts.
That would change the Death Row camp because of the jealousy of Tupac. Because Tupac is all of a sudden now, he's his major star, he getting all the light, he getting all the attention.
The pinnacle was when Tupac, Snoop, and the whole Death Row crew were in New York in early September 1996 for the 1996 MTV Music Video Awards. First, Snoop did not show up for rehearsal and recording of his appearance with Tupac on Saturday Night Live. Then, in full East-West feud, Snoop went on a local radio station stating he had nothing but love for Biggie and Puffy. Tupac and Suge Knight were furious. Tupac was especially offended because, as Napoleon of the Outlaws recently stated in an interview, Snoop and Tupac had been recording songs dissing the two just before these words.
Bro, I heard it. I remember he called us in the studio and was like, "Pot, listen, I got at him. Listen to the lyrics." You know what I mean? We heard it. Everybody it was known back then.
An uncomfortable flight back west later, during which Snoop would fear for his life, as he would later say on numerous occasions, the two rappers went their—
Yeah, he said he got on a plane and it was looking like they was about to do something to him. He played like he was sleeping, had a knife under his jacket or something like that.
Separate ways, and Tupac got fatally shot just a couple of days later, without an opportunity to settle the argument.
And vengeful, revolutionary, and, oh yeah, don't get it fucked up, gangster. We'd all like to officially welcome Tupac Shakur into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers.
Prodigy, in an interview for Vlad TV, told how the conflict with Tupac began.
Snoop and them did a video, kicking over the New York buildings. So we watching the video, we like, hold on, that's kind of disrespectful. Like, what is he doing? Like,
working, take 10 steps and turn and shoot the first nigga smirk.
Mobb Deep found that disrespectful and responded, defending their home state and city. Furthermore, on Survival of the Fittest, they seemed to claim Thug while Tupac was serving time in jail. After that, Tupac mentioned Mobb Deep several times in his songs, but the most memorable one was definitely in Hit 'Em Up.
Mobb Deep, you wanna fuck with us? You little young ass motherfuckers. Don't want these niggas got sickle cell or something.
And then Mobb Deep released a response.
Yeah. Probably scream louder than an opera. New York gotcha. Now you wanna use my mob as a crutch. Looking out for Mobb Deep, nigga. When I find you, weak motherfuckers don't deserve to breathe.
A lot of time had passed, and after Shakur's death, this is what Prodigy had to say about the song Survival of the Fittest. We wasn't trying to diss Tupac. We didn't have any problem with Tupac. We liked his music, but I think he took offense to it. That said, it's not really where the problem actually started, but that was a seed planted in Pac's mind.
The last mafioso, I'm a MC cop. Make it say go LL and do the what?
LL Cool J was an inspiration for Tupac. It was apparent in the song Old School.
Remember, break dancing the Melly Mel, tickling hard LL when he rocked the bells.
However, in '95, LL released I Shotcha. I bet you understand what the title of the song is referring to, but their conflict could also have happened because of Pac's girlfriend Kadada Jones, who had been dating LL for almost 2 years before him. After Tupac's death, LL released a song produced by Puff Daddy in 1997 where he mentioned Pac.
Love Tupac but hate some LL. You really want a thug or do you want love?
In Tupac's original song Lil Homies, which was released in 2001, the song ends with these lines.
They got it ready to flip, I doubt it, no need to belong. Check out the man gone, I'm out.
Jay-Z was a Tupac fan before the beef. They respected each other, but they were just mutual friends of Biggie. But when the conflict between Biggie and Pac began, Jay-Z was still talking to Biggie, and according to Shakur's views, if you're not with him, then you're against him. However, Outlawz talked Shakur out of doing this, as this was a conflict only between Bad Boy and Death Row. But after a while, a feature with Biggie comes out.
Who shot your mouth ties like Sinatra? Peruvians tried to do me in. I ain't pick.
And this, of course, angered Pac. Gene Deal told a story of how Jay-Z didn't want to leave his hotel room to not meet Tupac, who knew where Jay was.
And they wasn't gonna let Jay-Z come out the hotel. They found out where Jay was.
Heard about this story.
And Jay wasn't gonna come out the hotel. I don't know why he wasn't doing it, bro, but I know he wasn't letting them do that concert, and Jay was scared no more. Jay wasn't coming out that hotel.
Bust a captain Jay-Z instead of boy catcher. Why y'all caught up in the rapture? I'm a bad boy killer. Jay-Z got to.
Another interesting moment can be seen in the song Dead or Alive Part 1, where we hear such lines.
I don't know when to let go and let young souls die. See a nigga dissing me, nothing new. Understand, but it's how I retaliate.
Some people claim that this song was recorded a month before Pac's death, and some think the opposite. I can't say for sure, so let me know what you think in the comment section.
Let me know what you
However,
think.
the main diss on Pac was never released, at least according to DJ Clark Kent. It was performed live at the Apollo ones, though. It never came out of respect for the fact that he died, Kent said. Jay did a record going at Pac, but just as it was about to come out, Son died. We performed it though. We performed it once. You have to understand, the chip on Jay's shoulder is so crazy, it's just like he had to perform it. In 2002, Jay-Z teamed up with Beyonce Knowles to record 03 Bonnie and Clyde, sampling Tupac's Me and My Girlfriend.
All I need in this life was sin.
In 2009, Jay-Z would donate $25,000 to the Tupac Amaru Shakur Foundation. Afeni Shakur received the donation along with Biggie's mother, Voletta Wallace, who also received $25,000 for the Christopher Wallace Foundation.
Can y'all correct me if I'm wrong? Didn't Tupac mother pass away?
I won't deny it.
You don't wanna fuck with me.
I got the police.
Smack me.
But they
ain't do nothing to a G.
Put your tools back in the air. We ain't done.
According to rumors, he was supposed to be on the Better Days album, but it didn't work out. Outlaw's members continued to say that Pac still had tensions with Jay-Z right until his death, and that as a result, Jay-Z should never have been considered for Better Days.
Jail clips inserted, a baby's being born, same time a man is murdered, the beginning and end.
And once again, Tupac was on good terms with someone, but then everything went down the drain. This time we're talking about Nas. They respected each other, but all good things must come to an end. Due to faults of his own, rapper Nas got caught up in the East versus West Coast beef, which of course Tupac wouldn't have liked, as it initially had nothing to do with Nas. Tupac and Nas met each other at the House of Blues, where they talked about this whole beef situation. Tupac told Nas that he was in no way involved, and that he should not get caught up in it because he and Death Row had nothing but love for him. But then Tupac listened to Nas' song, and he remarked that there was a song, The Message, in which Nas was talking about fake thugs, and it sounded as if Nas was talking about Tupac.
Thug, no love, you get the slug, CB4 gusto, your luck low, I didn't know till I was drunk though.
Later, Troublesome 96 comes out, and this might be a diss on Nas.
See, it's this nigga named Nas. Spitting rhymes and bullets.
That's the thing about Pac. He came like straight and direct. Straight and direct, bro.
Tupac felt Nas stole his beat when Nas used the same beat on Street Dreams that Tupac used on All Eyes on Me.
Down, nigga, holler when you see me, and let these devils suck for the day they finally freed me.
Put me up for the share, 1/4 of a square, headed for Delaware with one change.
To get back at Nas, Pac used the same sample Nas used on If I Ruled the World on this song.
Flashing, fashion, designer clothes, lacing your click up with diamond rolls.
The world,
spitting rhymes and bullets.
This one was squashed at the 1996 MTV Video Music Awards in New York on September 4th. Tupac committed to removing his attack on Nas from the song, but he got fatally shot only 2 days later. Nas was actually in the middle of a live concert when Tupac was pronounced dead. He interrupted his show for a moment of silence, and these are some of the very lines from the songs that have not been deleted.
Little nigga named Nas, think he live like me.
Talking about it like the hospital to fight like me.
And here's how Nas reacted to it. Well, if you think about it, Tupac just came at me only one time on a song called Against All Odds. I cried when I heard it. Look, most guys started listening to Pac after he became controversial. I was listening to him since Trapped, since he rhymed with Digital Underground. I identified with him as an artist. Fuck the hype. I love his music. There is guys today that didn't really listen to Pac, but they love the sensationalism he brought. But his shit gets in my heart, so I don't give a fuck what we went through. He's the most incredible motherfucker I ever heard. That's what it is. I knew him. A lot of these rappers today, you know, they didn't know him. They never had a conversation with him. That's why he disrespected them on almost all of his records. Tupac and Biggie's beef deserves a whole nother video, so if you're interested in watching it, let us know in the comments and leave a like. I recommend you go check out the next video about how the new school does not respect old school hip hop. I'll see you guys later.
That's crazy. This was a good video. It's a good video. Hip hop is a motherfucker, man. It definitely got a lot of, you know, history. It runs way back. Runs way back. Rest in peace to Tupac. That being said, love is love. I appreciate you for all the support. We're gonna keep running it up. We're gonna keep going crazy. And thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Drop a global emoji if you stayed to this part. Catch you on the next video.